And welcome, my name is Trish. So for today's crime reading, I'm going to take a look at all of the missing people and murders in New South Wales, between maybe central New South Wales up to Queensland. It's probably about a 10 to 12 hour car drive of space that we're talking about. There is 67 cases of unexplained disappearances or unalivings. So I've been interested in to see I don't know how I'm going to read that today, because normally I focus on a victim and get a story that way. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to go and if at all it's going to work. But people are saying that we may have a serial killer on the loose between New South Wales and Queensland. And I'm on the East Coast. So yeah, I just think it's interesting, and I don't know. I'm hoping the cards can distinguish what I'm trying to say here, and yeah, let's see if we can get a clear picture here of what's going on. So let's take a look. I'm going to first of all just do a shuffle, see what the cards want to say, and then I'm going to start asking questions from there. So having a look at without asking a question, just tapping into this energy here, the cards are probably more likely saying a lot of this is related to drugs and money. So it could a lot of it could be related to drugs and money, like the drug industry in some way. So, and it's not as it seems. Now, this is probably the only one I would think as of serial unalive, or I'm just going to say serial killer, because that's what everybody's saying, and that's what everybody's worried about, actually, that's what it is, that there's a serial killer on the loose. So I don't actually see, I do have a serial killer card in this deck. It's based on the Old England one. Now I've forgotten his name. A very famous one that is said to be maybe like a doctor or something because of the way he surgically removed body parts. I cannot remember his name. Very old-fashioned. If you can remember, please put it in the comments so people know who I'm talking about. It's famous. Everybody knows who he is. Jack the Ripper. That's who it is. Sorry, it just came to me then. Yeah, I've got that kind of based on that energy in this deck, and it hasn't came out. So now, maybe there is groups or people that have done more than one crime that's within that 67 cases. Maybe there is a stalker getting around, but I don't feel it's the energy of like the Jack the Ripper kind of energy, or the Ivan Milat kind of energy going on there as well, which is what I was kind of worried about. I also thought it might have been like the DV energy. I thought I might have saw the DV card, because we have a bit of a problem of that in Australia. There's been a lot of victims of that in just this year coming to light about how big that problem is. It's an epidemic within Australia. So I thought it might have been, contributing to those 67, but it's saying mostly is what we're seeing in that 67 is not what it seems. Some of it's tied up in a drug cartel, drug industry, money involved with that. This is without asking any questions. So let's ask a question now. Do we have a serial killer on the loose in New South Wales? Once again, we have drugs on the table 2 times. So drugs and alcohol, drugs. So yeah, it doesn't really say to me serial killer. More again, for the second time on this spread, it's saying some of them are crimes of passion, crimes of opportunity, people just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, maybe things that have happened because of the situations they've gotten themselves into, or being alone where they shouldn't be. Now, I'm not advocating that they've done something wrong. I'm just saying that it's crime of opportunity. Well, there's no crime of opportunity. I don't know why I said that. This is a crime of passion and desire. So, just being careful about where you are when you're by yourself, that kind of thing, that kind of energy there. But a lot of it is drug and alcohol related here, I feel, and that's when we're talking like the Byron Bay area. It's twice that it's come out and said a lot of the missing people has been related to drugs, party drugs, alcohol, that kind of thing, and got themselves into not good situations. So more so than it being somebody hunting or, you know, that kind of thing like what everybody's worried about, it more appears to be drug and alcohol related. Again, second time it's come out. Crimes of passion though, maybe separate, maybe these are different, because of course the 67 cases are not all connected. This is the general thing that it's saying that it's about, is the drugs and alcohol. There is other cases that have been crimes of passion, being so some of these missing person cases. Okay, anything else that you can tell me about that? Will the police, you know, arrest somebody for this case? Any of these cases? It seems like they've been putting a bit of extra energy into all of these cases that since they've come to light that there's so many of them. Will there be any arrests made? Basically the same thing again. Drugs and alcohol, drugs and poisoning, but we're talking drugs here. When I said that the police are looking into this a little bit more, maybe we may find some missing people. Maybe they might find people. I feel like they're searching the dark web for information now that that's available, or because this has been going on since the 1970s, some of these cases. So I feel like maybe there's more information coming in now. Maybe they're putting it all together. I feel like they're searching the dark web. We're talking here about well-funded operations, which does make me tend to think it's more drug-related. There's like the industry there rather than a serial killer type energy that's going on here. Please find me. I feel like with them opening up some of these cases and looking into these old cases and putting them together and looking at what's similar and checking the dark web and, you know, opening up the cases so people start to give information, I'm feeling like maybe it may lead to, I was going to say some arrests is what I was hearing because that was my question, but it feels to be more like finding people, bringing some conclusions to some of these old cases, cold cases even. So yeah, once again, we're talking drugs, we're talking money. 3 times, 3 spreads have said the same thing. Not once did my Jack the Ripper card come out. It's all about the drugs, all about the alcohol. Maybe it's that industry that's in some of these areas, and that's what it's just all about. Very interesting. Probably not what I expected from this reading, but that's the way the cards come out, and that's just the way I've got to read them. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that.